We all crave connection, that deep sense of belonging that comes from truly knowing and being known. Emotional intimacy is the bedrock of a strong, healthy relationship, the invisible thread that binds two souls together. But let's be honest, opening up emotionally isn't always easy. It requires courage, a willingness to be vulnerable, and the safety of knowing we won't be judged or rejected. Many people struggle to express their emotions, often due to past experiences or ingrained beliefs about vulnerability. Vulnerability, though often perceived as weakness, is actually the birthplace of love, belonging, and joy. In this video, I'm going to share some strategies on how to encourage your partner to open up emotionally, to create a space where their heart feels safe enough to speak its truth. This isn't about forcing or pressuring, but rather about cultivating an environment of trust, empathy, and unconditional love. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more insights on building deeper connections. Imagine for a moment that you're holding a fragile newborn bird in your hands. Its tiny heart beats rapidly against your skin, its eyes wide with a mixture of wonder and fear. How would you hold this delicate creature? Gently, right? With reverence and care, knowing that any sudden movement, any harsh sound, could startle it into silence. Approaching our partner's heart requires the same tenderness, the same unwavering commitment to creating a safe haven. It's about building a sanctuary where vulnerability is not seen as weakness, but as the greatest act of courage. This begins with trust, the unshakable belief that their feelings, no matter how messy or complicated, will be met with compassion and understanding. Think of it as creating a sacred circle, a space where judgment is left at the door, where interruptions are replaced with attentive silence, and where every word spoken, every tear shed, is met with empathy and respect. One of the most powerful gifts we can offer another human being is the gift of being seen, heard, and understood without judgment. In a world saturated with distractions, truly listening has become a rare and precious gift. It's about more than just hearing words. It's about tuning into the unspoken language of their heart. Active listening is a conscious choice, a deliberate act of presence. It means offering our undivided attention and maintaining eye contact with empathy. We resist the urge to interrupt or offer solutions, focusing instead on reflecting back what we've heard. Active listening is a powerful tool for building intimacy and connecting on a deeper level. Imagine trying to convince someone to swim in a beautiful, inviting pool while you remain fully clothed, standing rigidly on the sidelines. It's unlikely they'll feel compelled to jump in, right? The same principle applies to emotional intimacy. We can't expect our partners to dive into the depths of their hearts if we're not willing to meet them there. Imagine trying to force a rosebud to bloom before its time. You might end up with crushed petals and a broken stem. Emotional intimacy, much like a delicate flower, unfolds at its own pace. It can't be rushed or forced. It requires patience, understanding, and a deep respect for our partner's unique journey. Just as each flower has its own rhythm of growth, each individual has their own timeline for opening up emotionally. Pressuring our partners to open up before they're ready often backfires, leading to resentment and withdrawal. Instead of pushing or prodding, we offer patience and understanding. We communicate through our words and actions that we're here for them, no matter how long it takes. When we approach emotional intimacy with patience and understanding, we create a fertile ground for trust and connection to grow. Imagine a child who's fallen and scraped their knee. They run to their parent, tears streaming down their face, seeking comfort and reassurance. Do we withhold our love because they were careless? Do we scold them for crying? No, we offer them unconditional love, a safe haven in the midst of their pain. Our partners too need this unwavering love and acceptance, especially when they're feeling vulnerable. It's about creating a space where they know, without a shadow of a doubt, that they are loved for who they are, flaws and all. Unconditional love means accepting our partners as they are, not as we wish them to be. It means loving them through their triumphs and their failures, their moments of strength and their times of weakness. When we create a space of unconditional love, We give our partners the courage to be vulnerable, to let down their guard, and to share their true selves without fear of judgment or rejection. Imagine a beautiful ancient tree with deep roots hidden beneath the surface. Sometimes, to understand why a branch isn't thriving, we need to look below to examine the roots that nourish and support the entire structure. Similarly, when our partner struggles to open up emotionally, there may be underlying issues, past hurts, or unresolved conflicts that need to be addressed with care and compassion. These underlying issues can manifest in various ways, from fear of rejection or abandonment, to past traumas or unhealthy communication patterns. It's important to approach these sensitive topics with empathy and understanding, recognizing that our partners may need our support and validation as they navigate these complex emotions. Creating a safe space for this exploration requires patience, active listening, and a willingness to sit with discomfort. Sometimes, navigating these depths may require seeking professional help. Couples counseling can provide a neutral, supportive environment where both partners can feel heard and understood. Addressing underlying issues is about understanding the root causes of our partner's emotional blocks so that we can work together to create a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. Imagine learning to play a musical instrument. We wouldn't expect to master complex concertos overnight, would we? We'd start with simple scales, celebrating each small victory along the way. The same principle applies to encouraging emotional openness in our relationships. It's a gradual process, a journey of small steps and incremental progress. Instead of expecting our partner to bare their soul overnight, we focus on creating opportunities for micro moments of vulnerability. The key is to acknowledge and celebrate these small victories, no matter how insignificant they might seem. Emotional intimacy is like a muscle. It gets stronger with practice. Each time our partner chooses to open up, even in small ways, they're flexing that muscle, building their capacity for vulnerability, and deepening the connection between us. By focusing on celebrating small victories and creating a safe space for gradual openness, we foster an environment where vulnerability is encouraged, celebrated, and ultimately becomes an integral part of our relationship's fabric. Imagine a beautiful garden with a delicate fence surrounding it. This fence doesn't diminish the beauty of the garden, it protects it, creating a safe space for growth and flourishing. Similarly, personal boundaries are not walls meant to keep others out. They're fences that protect the sacred space of our hearts. Honoring our partner's boundaries is crucial in fostering emotional intimacy. It means respecting their need for space, their right to privacy, and their individual pace in processing emotions. When we push against our partner's boundaries, even with good intentions, we risk creating resentment, distrust, and emotional distance. By creating a space where boundaries are respected, we foster an environment of trust and safety, where vulnerability can flourish without fear of judgment or pressure. Imagine two trees growing side by side. Their roots intertwine beneath the surface, providing support and stability. Similarly, emotional intimacy thrives not just on words, but on the shared experiences that weave our lives together, creating a tapestry of memories, laughter, and shared passions. While open communication is essential, sometimes the most profound connections occur when words are unnecessary. It's about creating opportunities for shared adventures, moments of joy, and experiences that allow emotions to flow freely without the pressure of verbal expression. Physical touch is also a powerful way to foster emotional intimacy. Hugs, kisses, holding hands, and cuddling release oxytocin, the love hormone, which promotes bonding, trust, and relaxation. These physical expressions of affection create a sense of safety and security, allowing our partner to feel seen, loved, and cherished. Create moments of joy, connection, and shared experience, allowing those unspoken emotions to weave their magic into the fabric of your relationship. Encouraging emotional intimacy is not a destination, it's a journey, a continuous process of growth, understanding, and deepening connection. It requires patience, empathy, and an unwavering commitment to creating a safe space for vulnerability to flourish. By following the steps we've explored, by approaching our partners with open hearts and a willingness to listen deeply, we can cultivate a relationship where both partners feel seen, heard, and deeply loved. Remember, true intimacy blossoms in an environment of trust, acceptance, and unconditional love. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploring emotional intimacy. May your relationships be filled with love, laughter, and the courage to be vulnerable with each other. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship tips.